I gotta ask you guys, are you guys ready to see some fish? No. I said, are you ready? Tulsa, Oklahoma, for the first time ever, we are ready to kick off the 53rd Bassmaster Classic here in the beautiful BOK Center. Let me ask you one more time, are you ready? Well, we are ready. As Tripp said, these anglers are jacked up and ready to catch them, and catch them they did. We are ready to get this party started. Let's do it right. Let's get ready to win!
Let's do it. Yes, indeed, out of Springdale, Alabama, Randy Howell.
Randy Howell came very close to an Elite Series victory last year. Oh boy, way to start the party right. Randy Howell had an incredible Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year season last year, finishing in 5th place. He was catching him in pre-fish. We saw him catch a 6-pounder in pre-fish, and boy, oh boy, he caught him again here today. Let's get it started right. 14 pounds, 15 ounces. Randy Howell starts this off right. I mean, a lot of times I'll joke around and say weighing in first is good because you know you're going to take the lead. You just took the lead for Carhartt Big Bass as well, 5 pounds, 12 ounces. But you took it in a big way, and you were catching them early today. Your first 2 fish, according to Bass Track, were good ones, weren't they?
Yeah, I caught that big one first, and then that 3.5-pounder next, and I thought we were fixing to get after it, and then it got a little slow after that. The water temperature warmed up from 38 to 40, and they slowed down. I don't know why, but I ran that Triton Mercury too much today. I ran one end of the lake. I went way up river, then I went all the way to the dam. I couldn't make up my mind really where I needed to be because I'd had a good practice, and this lake is full of big fish. And run around through a lot of different baits, and it just really got slow, and I never had a lot of big bites. I got a little disappointed in what I had, but I'm thankful that I've got what I had. I just pray that, it'll get a little better tomorrow, and I can get some big bites tomorrow, and we'll see if we can put some of them new Livingston lures out there on them in the morning when it's cold and make them bite it.
Randy, I got to ask you, you've been going after this title for a long, long time. Is this your week?
Well, I'd love for it to be, and, everybody wants it to be. I think I've kept myself in the hunt with right at 15 pounds. At least I'm not out, because you can't win the first day, but you can really lose the first day. So thankfully I did that, and I want to be the last one to weigh in on Sunday, not the first one. That's the way you want it.
Well, I want to see it. Good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 43rd Bassmaster Classic, and you guys have done an incredible job, and it wouldn't be possible with some of the great presenting sponsors. Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, I know they're in the house, and I want you guys to let them know they're giving away a Skeeter bass boat, all sorts of promo. Let's hear it for Hard Rock Hotel and Casino before we bring our next. I got a feeling, I don't know, but I got a feeling one of these 53 anglers is going to have one heck of a party Sunday night at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Don Day, who do we got next?
Well, our next angler ready to roll in is from Petal, Mississippi. Make him welcome, here's Cliff Pace.
Cliff Pace rolling in that beautiful Skeeter Yamaha package. A 2-time Bassmaster winner. Both of those wins coming at the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Opens. He's been close to a classic title before, back in 2008. Finishing 2nd place to his teammate Alton Jones. And looking to get this one here this week. Those are the kind of Grand Lake behemoths it's gonna take. What a way to start this out. People questioned whether these anglers could catch him in such cold, cold conditions. Snow, sleet, rain, it does not stop these guys from bringing the pain here this week. A 5-fish limit and a good 5-fish limit. Trip Weldon getting a workout and a half here this week. Cliff Pace starting it out right. 21 pounds, 8 ounces, a brand new leader in Petal, Mississippi's Cliff Pace. Holy moly. Gonna weigh that for Carhartt Big Bass. 6 pounds, 8 ounces, takes the overall lead and the overall Carhartt Big Bass lead. It's a good day in Cliff Paceville, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a good day. I had a real blessed day today. You know, with the weather we had, none of us knew how much it was gonna change from practice to today. And I got out a Jackal Squad minnow and a V&M football head jig, and you know, those are two of my favorite cold water baits, and I just went to work. And, you know, when it was all said and done, that's what I had. I did miss another opportunity to catch another big one. I think I'm doing what I need to be doing. It's just a grind to catch numbers of fish. You can't, for me, I can't fish for numbers and catch a big one. I have to just settle down and really spend my time trying to get those quality bites, and hopefully I can get them 2 more days in a row.
Back in 2008, you finished second in this event, another cold weather classic. What is it about cold weather and you that seem to match up well?
Well, I don't know just what it is about cold weather. We can go to Florida and fish when it's cold, and I seem to always finish 100th. So I'm really not going to go with the cold weather deal. I like lakes like this. You know, Lake Hartwell and Grand Lake are pattern fishing lakes, and that really suits my style, especially when the fish are relating to things that you can see with your own 2 eyes. I'm running a lot of different places. I do have some key little stretches. I fished some stuff today that I've never fished before in my life, and I probably will again tomorrow. And, you know, I like it when it sets up like that, because if you pull up on one spot and they're not there, it's not a crisis. You know, you don't feel like you've lost track of them. You just got to keep going and keep looking for them, and at the end of the day, hope you find them. This lake's full of fish, and I enjoy fishing it, and today was just a real good day.
Well, it was an excellent day. Go get rigged. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Your leader, Cliff Pace.
Next angler rolling in from Lake Havasu City, Arizona. How about it for Dean Rojas?
Dean the Machine Rojas, a 4-time Bassmaster winner, holds the all-time record for the 5 biggest bass weighed in a Bassmaster event with 45 pounds, 2 ounces. Digging deep in that Skeeter at live well. Welcome to the stage, Dean Rojas. Picks a hard act to follow here today, but let's see how Rojas comes in on day number 1. 5 fish again. 5 fish. All alive, going back to Grand Lake of the Cherokees for you guys to catch for years and years to come. The fish are listening to the song. They might as well jump, and they are. 13 pounds even. Dean Rojas is in the mix again. A good day today, but kind of find yourself in that position that was a bit of a pattern last year, where you would have, you know, kind of an okay first day and then come rocketing back on the second and third day. But as long as you make that comeback, I guess it's all good.
Yeah, I'm going to need a comeback. This is a lot better than I've done in the last 2 classics. Digging myself in a big hole. I'm kind of mid-pack right now, but man, I ran that Skeeter Yamaha all around the lake today. I'm fishing a lot of great stuff. I love coming here to Grand Lake. Have a lot of fond memories here, and just a lot of great fish here. It's just a fun place to fish. But I want to say a special shout. Yesterday, it was posted on gandermountain.com. You see that lovely Skeeter Yamaha over there with the Gander logo on it? Gander Mountain is giving that boat away at the end of this season. So I advise you to go to gandermountain.com, register for the boat. It will be given away at the Minnesota State Fair come September.
Oh boy, I'll be registering for sure. Let me hear it for Dean Rojas.
Next, let's bring our next angler in. He's out of Lake Guevara, Kansas, Britt Chapman.
Your 2012 Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year, looking to continue that chap attack. Unbelievable season last year. 2 wins, one in the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open Series, and then another one on the Elite Series last year. He's a 4-time Bassmaster winner. Only thing missing from that resume is this title right here, Bassmaster Classic Champion. Here at the 43rd Bassmaster Classic, presented by Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. 5 fish, 10 pounds and an ounce, moves into 4th place right now. Let me hear it for your Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year. Today, a lot of people, went out with these cold conditions, and I had people questioning, will these guys catch them? Well, you guys have definitely caught them. Everybody's across the stage so far has had a limit, but you're going to have to turn it up a little bit to get back in the race here. Have you started to formulate a game plan to do that?
Yeah, I really have. I was disappointed with my start today. I knew the front would make things a little bit tough, but it's just amazing how fast it can happen. And Grand Lake's such an awesome lake. I just kept moving around, and I literally caught 3 fish in 5 minutes, and then I went almost 3 hours without catching another fish. So, it has just been a really weird day, but, I'm really looking forward to digging myself out of this hole tomorrow and, catching a monster bag and being right back in this thing.
Talk to me about the mental side of fishing. Now that you've got that major title under your belt, it's got to give you that much more confidence.
Yeah, it really does. My confidence is sky high right now, and I think that's maybe what made today even that much more disappointing. But I know what my abilities are, and I know tomorrow I can go catch them better.
Each and every one of us in this building knows what your abilities are, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Let's bring our next angler in right now from Lenexa, Kansas. How about it for Casey Scanlon?
Casey Scanlon fishing his first Bassmaster Classic via a win at the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Opens. Through the win and you're in concept, he got that win, and he is in his very first Bassmaster Classic, digging deep in that Nitro live well. Another limit coming across the stage here. The 43rd Bassmaster Classic. 5 fish for Casey Scanlon. 5 fish all alive. 9 pounds, 2 ounces. Being part of these 53 anglers is something to be very, very proud of. Casey, when you think about it, in all of fishing history, there's only been 555 people that have done what you've done, and that's qualified for the Bassmaster Classic. That's got to make you feel pretty special.
Yeah, it's a really cool experience, but after the practice I had, I really thought I was going to have a really great day today, and it didn't happen. I moved a little faster than I should have, but I want to thank all my sponsors, and I want everybody to take a look at my truck before it goes out of the building. We partnered up with the Morgan Nick Foundation, and we have photos of missing children, and one of the kids on there is from Tulsa, Oklahoma. So we're going to see if we can't help find some missing children this year by driving around the country. So take a look at the Pro's Choice Marine truck before it gets out of here. And I want to say thank you to Pro's Choice Marine, Nitro Boats, and Mercury Motors.
Well, I want to thank you for doing such a great deal and want to welcome you to the Bassmaster Classic. We will see you back here again tomorrow.
Let's bring our next angler in. He's from South Portland, Maine. How about it for Jonathon Carter?
Here he is all the way from Maine. His day job is a grade 1 school teacher, but this week he is a professional bass angler. The Bass Nation makes dreams come true, and he's digging deep in that live well. I think we're gonna see a dream come true, and a whole bunch of first graders watching on Bassmaster.com are about to go nuts, because their teacher is getting it done here at the 43rd Bassmaster Classic, presented by Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. That is what the Bass Nation is all about. Taking regular, everyday people and making them Bassmaster Classic qualifiers, giving them the chance to live their dreams. And I'm gonna tell you right now, he is the dream weaver. Look at that bag of bass. Holy moly. Right now, I see a bunch of grade 1s watching online that are gonna go nuts. 5 fish, all alive, smiling from ear to ear. Needs better than 18 pounds, 11 ounces, moves into second place. Let me hear it for him. Bass Nation representing once again here at the Bassmaster Classic, Jonathon Carter. What an incredible job. Gonna weigh that for Carhartt Big Bass, but Jonathon, when we were talking on the dock this morning, you said to me, this is just awesome. I got to figure out a way to do this all the time. And then you said, you know, if I just win this tournament, I can do this all the time. Well, you may just be on the road to do that.
I'm working on it. I hope I have some fish for the rest of the week. I hit it pretty hard today, but I was surprised with what I had, so I'm excited.
You've had quite a roller coaster getting here. I know when you made the divisional, you had to beg the principal for some time off to pre-fish for the Bass Nation National Championship. He gave you that time. They had to beg for a little more time. And you almost didn't make it here for your first day of pre-fish. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I got an email in the middle of the day at school, and it said that my flight was delayed and that I wouldn't make my connecting flight, but I went to the airport anyway, and the guy told me not to even bother. I wouldn't make it. I said, I got to try. I have to try to make practice. So I had about 15 minutes to make my flight. The pilot made it there pretty quickly, and I did a dead sprint all the way across Detroit Airport and got there covered in sweat and sat down in the plane.
Well, that ride will have paid off for you, because you right now sitting in second place in the Bassmaster Classic. Tell me how it feels.
It feels amazing. I had never expected this, so I'm pretty excited.
The kids at your school watching online right now?
I certainly hope so.
Your teacher's doing pretty good. Let me hear it for Jonathon Carter.
Let's roll our next angler in. He is from Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Here comes Pete Kruse.
He is a 3-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. Good to have him back here after a 13-year absence. He is the Dean of Bass University. Teaches tons and tons of people how to catch the fish. Let's see him back it up here today. 13 years out of the Bassmaster Classic, but via a win at the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Opens of Lake Cayuga. He finds himself back in the Bassmaster Classic, and we are sure happy to have him here today. He's got a limit of fish under tough conditions. Our anglers once again delivering, every single angler with a limit so far. 5 fish all alive, 8 pounds, 12 ounces. Let me hear it from one of our Bassmaster Classic qualifiers, Pete Kruse. Pete, you know, they call you the Dean of Bass University. You teach people how to catch fish. We've actually had 2 teachers coming in here today. And what is the adjustment going to be going into tomorrow?
Well, let me tell you, today was all about adjustments. It was 20 degrees out there in the morning, and the pattern that I had established, that what I thought was going to put me in great shape here, was all but gone. So, and that's what we have to do, and that's what we teach people. You have to, adjust. You always got to be adjusting to conditions. And I ran that bass cat with the Evinrude from one end of the lake to the other, adjusting and adjusting. And at about, I think around 1 o'clock, I caught my first bass and scrambled a limit into the boat. So, I'm looking forward to the warmer weather tomorrow. I had a couple good days of practice, and as it warms, I think that's going to benefit me.
We're looking forward to seeing you back here. I'm sure happy to have you back at the Bassmaster Classic.
Let's bring our next angler in. He's from Bella Vista, Arkansas. How about it from Mike Mclelland?
Mike Mclelland, the 6-time Bassmaster winner, has tasted victory right here on Grand Lake of the Cherokees before. Not just victory, but a victory with the biggest win margin in Bassmaster Elite Series history back in 2006. Still holds that record and looking to get his hands on a Bassmaster Classic title. He's got 5 fish, all alive and going to be released back at Grand Lake of the Cherokees for you guys to catch for years and years to come. And oh boy, there is a bulge in that bag. He has got them in a big, big way. 5 fish, 17 pounds, 15 ounces. Bella Vista, Arkansas's Mike Mclelland moves into 3rd place. You got to be feeling good right now. A lot of people said if we can be in that 18-pound range, we can get this done. How you feeling about it?
I'm just glad I had 17, 15, because I've double guessed and re-guessed all day long. I tell you what, I was very, very blessed today. I know that I started fishing a little bit too fast. I got hung up in an area that they live in, and I just didn't slow down enough to catch them, and moved around a little bit, and finally through the morning of the time, I finally caught 3, and when I finally caught that 5-7, it all clicked. I knew that I'd been fishing too fast, and I'm just ready to go tomorrow.
You're one of the top fantasy fishing picks this week. Does that put any extra pressure on you?
I'm just glad I didn't let them down so far. I mean, I feel like I'm definitely within striking distance. Like I said, I felt like if you caught 17 to 19 today, you would be in the hunt until the final day, and that's the way I feel right now. I mean, I really love to fish Grand Lake. It's an awesome lake. I mean, how about it? What is Grand Lake all about? And that's the whole thing. I mean, when you've got a lake that is full of bass like this one, I mean, a 25-pound bag could happen any day, any time, and I'm just ready to get after it tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. Let me hear it from McStick.
Next angler in, he's from Warrior, Alabama, Gerald Swindle.
Here he is, the 2004 Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year. Took a win 2 years ago at the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open and down in Florida, and would love to get his hands on a Bassmaster Classic title. Gerald Swindle fans in the house going absolutely nuts. 5 fish for Gerald Swindle. 11 pounds, 12 ounces, 6th place for the G-Man. Gee, I know you're used to spending a lot of time in the cold but normally you're in a deer stand, but this is some pretty cold fishing conditions for a guy from Alabama.
My feet colder than Michael Jackson's feet this morning about 8 o'clock. And his is cold. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. You can't pick your nose at 21 degrees. You can't wipe snot successful. Velcro on rain jackets makes me angry because both nostrils is raw. I can't think. I want to scratch my head with an ice pick. I burnt 41 gallons of gas out of that Triton Mercury today and scrounged up 5 fish, just enough to make a fish sandwich. I'd say I'm disappointed. How about you? How was your day? Did you drink coffee, hang out at the Waffle House?
Yeah, that's all I did all day.
Went on a little old jog, did some MCing, looked out here at all them do-it-G fans, and me out there throwing a crankbait and a jerkbait, just hoping them trocar hooks can hook him in the face, because I couldn't feel nothing. I looked like Stevie Wonder with a white cane poking around them rocks. And they blasted him. It's good to see Tulsa. It's a great crowd. I can't wait till they sit here on Sunday. It's going to be off the chart. Dave, keep up the good work. And who does Tripp's hair?
He'll be here all week.
Let's bring our next guy in. He's also an Alabamian from Trussville, Alabama. How about it from Matt Herron?
Matt Herron, a 4-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. Had another incredible season on the Bassmaster Elite Series last year. Got himself top 10 finish in our Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year race. Matt Herron's got 5 fish. Every single angler so far has come across the stage with a limit here at the Bassmaster Classic, presented by Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. 5 very, very lively fish.
Skeeter did a good job keeping them alive today.
He sure did. 11 pounds even, puts you in 7th place right now, but hold it high. Got to be proud to be part of the Bassmaster Classic. I got to ask you, Matt, before this event started on the final day of pre-fish, I looked around the dock. I seen a bunch of guys from up north that were smiling from ear to ear. I seen a bunch of guys from down south that were pretty grumpy because of the weather. How does this weather affect you?
You know, it really didn't affect me at all. I was really looking forward to today. I had a great practice. Just that last little bit of weather change throwed a wrinkle in things. I run that Skeeter Yamaha all over that lake and zigged and zagged and juked and jived and tried everything I could to keep my hands warm and catch a fish, but there's always tomorrow. That's a great thing about fishing, and I'm going to go get them tomorrow.
How are you going to rally? What are you going to tell me the plan?
Well, they made a little bit of change. I dialed in on a little lake this afternoon, and hopefully we'll expand on it a little bit tomorrow.
I know you can do it. We'll see you tomorrow.
Next angler in, ready to roll from Sevierville, Tennessee, David Walker.
David Walker fishing his 8th Bassmaster Classic, took a Bassmaster Elite Series a win 2 years ago on Wheeler Lake in Alabama. Came back to fish the Bassmaster Elite Series just because it's been his dream to win this Bassmaster Classic. He's got close before, twice with a 3rd place finish in the Bassmaster Classic, looking to get that title. He's accomplished just about everything else in the sport of fishing, but unfortunately a tough day today. 3 fish for 5 pounds, 14 ounces. Tough first day of the Bassmaster Classic. I know that's not how you want to start it, but how was pre-fish?
It's really not how you want to start. That dream is becoming a nightmare out there today. I swear, I really don't have any excuses. I've lost several fish today, and I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. They just come unbuttoned in different ways. But, you know, this to me is still the best event. You know, even if it treated me bad today, I still love this event more than any other that's out there. And I just love coming to the Classic. But, you know, maybe this make for a dramatic comeback tomorrow. I'm pretty far behind. I don't know if you got any ideas, just let me know, Dave.
Just catch giants.
Well, see, I like that idea. See, it's simple. I can follow that. It's a good one. I'll just go for that one.
All right, go do that. Let me hear it for David Walker.
I'll also make some noise from San Mateo, Florida. Next angler in is Terry Scroggins.
Here he is, Big Show Terry Scroggins, hot off a third place finish in our Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year race. A perennial classic angler. Traveled all the way from Florida. You're used to dealing with cold like this in Florida, right, Big Show?
That is the coldest day I've ever spent on the water in my life.
Coldest day ever. Today, he went out there this morning, coming in with 4 fish. If those 4 fish are 21 pounds, 9 ounces. 6 pounds, 5 ounces. We will see you tomorrow.
Next angler coming in from Globe, Arizona. How about it for Andy Bravin?
All right, he's coming in through here in a second. We're just going to get that boat through, but Andy Bravin will see how he dealt with that weather. I know when he made it through the Bass Nation, he had a bit of he never dealt with, didn't even own gloves. And when he had the opportunity to make it to the final day of what he thought was the coldest conditions, he actually used socks and cut thumb holes out of them. Those were his lucky socks, and let's hope that luck continued. Here he is. Better late than never. Let me hear it for Andy Bravin's first time ever in the Bassmaster Classic. A member of the Bass Nation. Digging deep in that Triton live well. Want to welcome you to the Bassmaster Classic stage. I know this is a dream you have had your entire life. Unfortunately, a tough day today. Just 1 fish today. £1 pound, 8 ounce. Gonna put you in 13th place right now, but real tough day. Tell me about it.
It was a real tough day, and I don't blame anybody. I just didn't execute well today. It's no reflection on how the Bass Nation is, and we've got some good sticks, but I just didn't get the bites. I had 1 single bite all day today, and I caught it at 12 o'clock.
Well, Bass Nation definitely has some good sticks, and you are definitely one of them. But let me ask you, fishing aside, don't hang your head low. You have qualified for the Bassmaster Classic. Let me hear it for him. Going through those doors for the first time and looking up at all this, what goes through your head?
Well, it's pretty awesome. It's bigger than a guy would ever think it would be. I've got some friends here and my wife, and it's a spectacular show.
It is a spectacular show. We appreciate you being part of it, and we look forward to seeing you up here again tomorrow.
All right, I just want to thank Triton and Mercury and my sponsors for doing a job for me. They came through perfectly.
All right, well, you'll come through for them tomorrow. We'll see you back here. Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to keep the noise coming and want to just take a quick moment and thank once again our presenting sponsor, Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
Next angler ready to roll. He's out of Palahniuk, Florida, Cliff Prince.
All the way from Palahniuk, Florida, finished second last year in our Bassmaster Elite Series Rookie of the Year race. One of only 4 Bassmaster Elite Series rookies to qualify for the Bassmaster Classic. Got to be proud of that. But coming all the way from Florida, not used to fishing in this cold conditions. And it looks like he got him a little bit here on day number 1. Too short of a limit, 3 fish for Cliff Prince at his first Bassmaster Classic. 7 pounds, 8 ounces, puts him in 11th place, but he's got a good one. Let me see it. Let me hear some noise for Bassmaster Elite Series rookie, Cliff Prince. Well, Cliff, I know that's not how you wanted to start your Bassmaster Classic career, but maybe a big comeback tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, during practice where I was at, I had a really good day up there, and I didn't go back, but I guess this weather kind of pushed them back, but hey, that's part of fishing.
How do you come back tomorrow? What is the game plan?
Go catch 25 pounds.
And how are you going to do that?
I'm going to run a little bit different water, but I'm going to change up and go with a little bit smaller lure.
All right, well, we're looking forward to seeing it. We'll see you back here again tomorrow.
How about some noise, ladies and gentlemen, from Auburn, California, Skeet Reese.
Here he is, a 6-time Bassmaster winner, 2009 Bassmaster Classic champion, 2007 Toyota Trucks Bassmaster Angler of the Year. Digging deep in that live well. Unfortunately, a tough day. 2 fish for Skeet Reese. Two fish for 6 pounds and 9 ounces, so 2 decent fish, but I know that's not what you were looking for.
No, it's not. Obviously, as long as you're here at the Classic, you got an opportunity to win, but when you take yourself out of it the first day, it kind of gets a little frustrating. When you come to the Bassmaster Classic, it's first place or nothing. You don't try and get a top 5, top 10. There's no points earned here. You won the trophy, and that's it. And I really had a solid game plan, I thought. That last day of practice, I really felt like I got onto something and figured it out. And it was a strategy that I felt would do well in a high-pressure bluebird skies today, and it went complete opposite of what I thought. But obviously, that's bass fishing. But I'm still here, so I want to thank all the fans for all the support this week. And I'm going to go on the show now and visit everybody. And it's fun coming to a new venue. In Tulsa, you guys have done a heck of a job in supporting us. So thanks for all the support. It's a great lake with a lot of good fish in it. So right now, I feel like I'm one of those guys that's going to be just working my tail off, trying to make it to Sunday. Because don't take it personal, because I don't want to see you Sunday in the trade show. I want to be fishing.
How do you make a comeback like that?
It's a good question, Dave. I'm just going to go fish. There's a couple patterns going on, and I chose one today that didn't work so well. I got an idea of what I want to do tomorrow and change it up a little bit and try and get a few key bites and get a good stack.
All right, I want to thank you for being here and looking forward to seeing that big comeback tomorrow. We have weighed 15 anglers here at the 43rd Bassmaster Classic presented by Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. We got them. Keep coming here, and they will be coming through here. Make sure you make lots and lots of noise as we bring each and every one of these anglers through here. You guys are an incredible crowd, and I can't believe how this building keeps filling up and up. This is Friday. I cannot believe this. Come Saturday and Sunday, this house is going to be rocking, and we will be crowning our Bassmaster Classic champion on Sunday afternoon, and I know we will have a giant party at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
In my world, it's got a growl.
In my world, it's got a purr.
It's about raw horsepower.
It's about refined horsepower.
It's about sipping the gas.
And catching more bass.
Give me the 2-stroke direct injected Pro XS.
I'll take the supercharged Pro 4-stroke.
Either way,
you can't go wrong. So tell me,
what kind of pro are you?
Go to mercurymarine.com and take the online quiz to find the right pro for you.
When is a bass boat not just another bass boat? When it's a Triton, that's when. Triton bass boats are designed from the ground up for stability, safety, comfort, and fishability. All Triton bass boats are packed from bow to stern with exclusive features important to fishermen, whether you're a weekend angler or a touring professional. When you need a boat that's not just another bass boat, think Triton.
Hold it right there. The Minn Kota Talon locks you onto a fishing spot with unmatched speed and stealth. And when Mother Nature tries to knock you off your mark, hit back with the strongest hold on the water. Talon, stand your ground.
The number one question I'm asked is, how do you become a professional bass fisherman? For me, it was a lot of time in the water. It's the school of hard knocks. A lot of people don't think bass fishing is physical. You come out and do my job for a week, you tell me how physical it is. When you start fishing tournaments, you're gonna get beat down. But if you're tough and you're resilient, you're gonna keep pushing. And all of a sudden, you're gonna hoist that trophy. I've done it once before and I'm ready to do it again because this feels really good.
The competition is fierce, and the prizes are huge. The only thing missing is you. Fantasy Fishing presented by Toyota. Sign up for free and face fans from across the nation. Win our grand prize, and you'll take home a Triton 18XS with a Mercury 150 Pro XS motor and Talon shallow water anchor system. Why just watch the Bassmaster Elite Series when you can win it? Sign up and pick your team today at bassmasterfantasy.com.
Hey, I'm Matt Lee, 23 years old, senior at Auburn University, and I'm here to fish the Bassmaster Classic. Being out here and being a college angler and being able to represent all the universities and college fishing all over the nation is huge. You know, I want to make a showing for them, and they've given me their full support, and it means the world to me. I've told everybody, you know, they told me don't get down, don't think about who you're fishing against, think about it's you versus the fish. And that's so true, but when you pull up to the hotel and see Iaconelli's truck out there and he's out there on the water, it kind of hits home who you're really competing against. You know, the competition is the best in the world. But to get this far, it's been incredible. The experiences, the opportunities, the doors that it's opened, it's been great. But I'm not at the 2013 Bassmaster Classic at Grand Lake just to make an appearance. I'm here to compete and to do well. You know, I'm gonna put everything I got into it and see how it turns out.
Hi, I'm Chris Lane. Join me and let's keep America fishing. It has allowed my whole entire family not only to make a career and a living out of it, but to instill the passion and the joy that it means to watch kids and people that don't get that opportunity to go fishing.
I grew up in an environment where there were a lot of bad things I could have got into. And my family getting me involved in fishing, having the opportunity to fish as a kid, really did change my life.
My dad started taking me fishing when I was 3 years old. And I found out through experience that everybody loves to fish, whether they're young or old, man or woman, grandma, grandpa, everybody loves to be on the water. All you gotta do is give them that opportunity to be out there.
No matter what stage of life I was in, when my parents said, hey, you wanna go fishing, I dropped everything. It was a recreational thing that I just loved and never got enough of.
Once you get outdoors and you get to experience catching a fish, you get to learn about the environment, you learn how things interact, and it gives you such an environmental awareness that now you want to protect that and share that.
Join me at keepamericafishing.org, where you can learn more about the issues and find the tools to make a difference.
Welcome to the inner circle. Rotating coverage up to 300 feet gives you a detailed 360-degree view of structure, contour changes, and fish. So you can see them before they see you. Introducing 360 imaging, only from Humminbird.
2011 Bassmaster Classic champion, Kevin Bennett!
When I first started fishing, I was so lucky to fish from a nitro. It made a big difference for me. I could always count on my boat. Now, I can fish any boat I want. I still choose nitro.
Step up your fishing game in a Nitro Z7. Extreme performance, extreme fishability, extreme value.
If you're even thinking about a new boat, you've got to check out a nitro.
The 2012 Tundra. With an available 381 horsepower, 5.7 liter V8 engine that can tow over 10,000 pounds and oversized disc brakes. It's the truck that's as dependable as the people who drive them.
Thanks. Nice truck. Nice boat.
Just outside of Memphis, a barbecue joint. Not the best known, just the best. The Germantown Commissary. The walls are cluttered with famous folks who've shared the secret. Where to find the best damn ribs south of Mason-Dixon. Another secret we're sharing? Evan Williams Bourbon. This is the smooth stuff, the good stuff. Evan Williams, smooth bourbon. Priced right. Spread the word.
A proud sponsor of Bass.
We invented the first bass boat in 1948, and we've been outrunning the competition ever since, one at a time. Our revolutionary hull design is unmatched, engineered to be the industry's strongest hull, backed by a lifetime warranty. We defined performance 65 years ago. It's in our name, it's in our heritage, and we continue to be right out front where we've always been. Visit SkeeterBoats.com and see what sets Skeeter apart from the rest.
Think you could win valuable prizes from Bassmaster? You can't know unless you enter, and entering is easy. Go to Bassmaster.com. Enter now for a chance to win a fishing trip with former Bassmaster Classic champ Mike Iaconelli at La Crosse, Wisconsin. Plus Ike's gear from Berkeley, Abu Garcia, and Rapala, and a free seminar at Bass University. Win your greatest fishing fantasy with superstar Mike Iaconelli and get fishing gear for your own adventures. You, the winner of a valuable prize? Could be. All you have to do to get your shot is go to Bassmaster.com and enter today and every day. Hey, it could be you.
Here we go, ready to bring some more anglers through. You guys ready for them? We have weighed 15 anglers so far, and our leader took the lead early on, and that is Cliff Pace from Petal, Mississippi with 21 pounds, 8 ounces. He's been second in the Bassmaster Classic once before, back in 2008. Can it be Cliff Pace's time? Well, we have a whole bunch of anglers ready to come through here that have a thing or two to say about that. Let's see how it works out. Don Day, who we got next?
Next angler ready to roll is from Emory, Texas. How about it for Takahiro Omori?
Here he is, the 2004 Bassmaster Classic champion. 5 Bassmaster wins. Member of Team Yamaha, digging deep in that live well. Welcome, Talk, to a stage that he has dominated in the past. 2004 Bassmaster Classic champion, the first and only international angler to win the Bassmaster Classic. 5 fish for Talk. 5 fish for 9 pounds, 8 ounces, moves into 9th place currently. Digging deep, got a little something to show you. Make some noise for a Bassmaster Classic champion, Takahiro Omori. Talk, 9 pounds, 8 ounces, puts you in 9th place currently. How do you think that's going to shake out?
I definitely have to have a good day tomorrow, that's for sure.
What are you going to do to adjust to move up that leaderboard?
Hopefully, the timing is right. I thought I had a good place to fish, but I never thought this get cold like this. You guys know this is normal, but not for me.
The Bassmaster Classic, you have won this event in the past. Coming into a Classic, does it give you a bit more of a calming feeling knowing that you've already dominated this monster?
It is. This is my 9th Classic, and when I won the 2004, literally my life changes. I still love to fish, but I get a lot of people come up to to talk to me, and it just a lot of things more than fishing after I won a Classic. So it's in a way to do a good way, and sometimes I want to go fishing, but I got to do a lot more work for my sponsors, and it goes both ways. But it's really helped me for financial part to keep be able me to stay here and be able to fish. So it's really a big deal.
Well, We want to thank you for being here and looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow.
Next angler ready to roll. He is from Houston, California. How about it for Ish Monroe?
Here he is, the B.B.S., the Big Bass Specialist. Proved it last year with the Elite Series win on Okeechobee, joining the Century Club with 108 pounds, 5 ounces, and digging deep in that live well. Got a little something to show you. The B.B.S. delivers once again. Ish Monroe, a 4-time Bassmaster winner. Got a 5-fish limit to kick off his Bassmaster Classic. 12 pounds even moves him into 6th place. Let's have a look at that big one more time. Ish, you got one of the right ones and backed it up with a bit of a limit, but I know you want to get 5 of those.
Yeah, I definitely do. You know, I pretty much went out there throwing a jerkbait like everybody else. The River to Sea trophy minnow, caught a lot of good 3.5 pound fish during practice, but I knew with the front things were going to change up, so I switched to missile baits. I was throwing the new fuse that we have out. It's a finesse style bait that I threw out there with the new Warlock head, and then I picked up a jig, and with the twin turbo, missile baits twin turbo on there, I caught the big one. So I just need to get a few more bites. I had not good execution today. I had a couple of them that I should have had, and I just fumbled on it. My hands were a little cold. The rest of my body was great. You know, the Sims wear, I'm still wearing it, you know, kept me warm all day. Just my hands were a little bit cold.
Well, you're going to get another shot to get back out there tomorrow. It seems like it's going to be an event that an angler's going to have to adjust a lot. Are you ready to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still going to go out there and throw the River to Sea trophy minnow, and, you know, definitely got to have the fuse tied up.
All right, you've mentioned every single sponsor. I appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow.
Let's bring our next angler in. He is from Prattville, Alabama. How about it for Russ Lane?
Big Daddy Russ Lane back here in the Bassmaster Classic. Unfortunately, fell a little ill, battling pneumonia, but he said there's no time for pneumonia when you're in the Bassmaster Classic. No sick days in bass fishing. Let's hear it for Big Daddy Russ Lane. Russ Lane, unfortunately, a tough day today, just 1 fish. His practice was cut short. Obviously, health is the #1 concern, but 1 fish today for 2 pounds, 7 ounces, puts you in 17th place. I know that's not what you wanted, but this week it kind of be a bit of a nightmare coming down sick and then having a tough first day.
You know, I can sit up here and, you know, and use all that as an excuse, but I tell you, I just didn't fish well today. You know, basically when you have these post-front conditions like this, usually I do better by fishing dirty water, and dirty water is just not the deal today because the water temperature is so cold. It was, you know, it got down to 40 degrees, and in practice it was 45 or 46, and you know that's kind of a fragile water temperature anyway. But you know, if I had it to do all over again, I'd probably run down to the south end, maybe throw a jerk bait, a Spro McStick or something like that around docks in the clear water. I tell you, I'm gonna go out there tomorrow. I'm gonna run that Big Bite Phoenix all over the place and go try to figure something out and try to enjoy this experience. This is my 5th classic, and you know, I don't want to end it like that. I want to have a good time and bring in a big bag tomorrow.
All right, well, I know you can do it. We're looking forward to seeing it, and I want you to feel a lot better. We'll see you with a big bag tomorrow.
How about it now from Wilkesboro, North Carolina? Let's bring on Tracy Adams.
Tracy Adams fishing his 2nd Bassmaster Classic. 2 classics in the last 3 years. Both of those qualified through the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Opens, digging deep in that Nitro live well. I think he's gonna give you something to cheer about. Look at that fin freak of nature. Tracy Adams representing the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open anglers in a big, big way. It's a good day at the office for Tracy Adams, his second trip to the Bassmaster Classic here at the 43rd Bassmaster Classic presented by Hard Rock Hotel and Casinos. Gonna put those fish on the scale, and I'm gonna tell you, a smile is gonna go over this guy's face. A very good way to start this event. 5 fish, 19 pounds, 10 ounces, all the way into second place. Tracy Adams from Wilkesboro, North Carolina represents on day number 1 with 19 pounds, 10 ounces. Boy, oh boy, what a way to start this deal, sitting in second place. You have definitely put yourself in contention here. Let's weigh that for Carhartt Big Bass, 4 pounds, 13 ounces. So not gonna take over Carhartt Big Bass, but you're sitting in second place here, right here at the Bassmaster Classic, and that's where you wanna be.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Had a good day right off the go. I started catching them and messed around until about 11 o'clock, and they kind of changed a little bit, and I started doing something else, and I caught a couple of those big ones this afternoon, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
What did you start doing?
Better not tell you today, but I definitely changed patterns from what I was doing. This morning I caught a lot of 2.5 pounders. I caught one of those 4s, but when I changed, it was pretty good.
I'm looking forward to seeing how this works out for you. Let me hear it for him.
How about our next angler? He's ready to roll. He's from North Vernon, Indiana. Here is Mark Dove.
Here he is, the Bass Nation National Champion, back at the Bassmaster Classic for a second time. Absolutely dominated that Bass Nation National Championship on Wheeler Lake, and we are sure happy to have him back here. 5 fish a limit for Mark Dove. Used to fishing in some of this cold water, aren't you?
Oh yeah, it's Indiana. It's no big deal for us. I would have worn shorts today, but I'm afraid people think I was showing off.
You are showing off 13 pounds, 8 ounces all the way into 6th place. Let me hear it for the Bass Nation National Champion. The Bass Nation definitely representing here this week, and tell me about that, Mark. I mean, you've made the Classic twice through the Bass Nation, and it's a pretty incredible experience and an opportunity.
It's an awesome experience, a great opportunity, and I just relish the chance to represent the Federation, or the Bass Nation, we call it now. They're my true peers in bass fishing, and I'm just glad that they let me come here. You know something, you heard that music, didn't you? That's inspired by Ken Duke. Dukey, I know you're out there somewhere. He wrote about me being the oldest one in the field, and we still catch him every now and then. So old guys, hang in there, you know? And if there's a Pfizer rep here or a Geritol rep, I'm looking to be your Facebook guy.
You are representing. We're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. I know you're gonna get loud. I know we have a big, big surprise coming up here. Who we got next, Don Day?
Park Hill, Oklahoma, Jason Christie.
Here he is, a 2-time Bassmaster winner. Both those wins coming at the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Opens, and both those wins coming last year. Everybody talking about this dude with this event. Can Jason Christie make it happen in his first Bassmaster Classic? Digging deep in that live well, and I'm going to tell you that Berkey Havlik bag has got a bulge in it. I watched him today on Bass Track climb that leaderboard. Unbelievable pressure in his first Bassmaster Classic in his hometown on a lake he grew up on. Can he climb that hill, do what only Boyd Duquette has been able to do, and that is win in his home state? Looking for 21 pounds, 9 ounces, 18 pounds, 12 ounces. In third place, Jason Christie does not crumble under the pressure here this week at the 43rd Bassmaster Classic, presented by Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Gonna weigh that for Carhartt Big Bass, see if he can get that lead. What do you guys think about Jason Christie? Four pounds, 14 ounces, not gonna take over Carhartt Big Bass, but Jason Christie, so many people, when this event was announced, and when you qualified for it, I don't remember another person, another hometown favorite, that as many people said, this is his event. There's nobody else that can win this, and everybody said, will he crumble under the pressure? Well, day one, there was probably a lot of pressure on those shoulders, and my friend, you delivered in a big, big way.
You know, I really struggled today. I told myself and everybody else if I could start with a couple of fish, I'd get a little momentum, and I did that. I caught 3 real quick, and I got my hands on a big one and lost her, and after that, I was lucky to catch what I caught today. I just didn't get very many bites, but day one's over, and really looking forward to day 2.
Looking at this crowd, and you saw the reaction when they came in here all the way up in the rafters there. Tell me, how awesome would it be to stand right there and hold that trophy over your head on Sunday?
I can't even describe it. You know, that's one of the feelings you get in athletics. You know, I got goosebumps right now talking about it. Hopefully I can get the right bites and get them in the boat.
I know your former profession is a high school basketball coach. So you got to be a coach right now. Give me the pep talk that you're going to give yourself tomorrow morning.
I was a junior high coach, not a high school coach, and I think I just need to go fishing. You know, one of the problems I have running down the lake is everywhere you see I've caught fish in the past, and that's what got me today. When I caught what I caught, I thought I'm going to start running big fish places, and I never had another bite. So I need to eliminate all of those ideas and just go fishing tomorrow, and I think I'll be okay.
All right, I think you'll be okay. How many of you guys think Jason Christie's going to be okay?
Let's bring our next angler in. He's from Kalamazoo, Michigan, Jonathon Van Dam.
Here he is fishing his first ever Bassmaster Classic. A 2-time Bassmaster winner. The last win came just last season on our Mystery Lake in Green Bay, Wisconsin. His family was there cheering him on there, and his family is here again this week. The Van Dam clan coming on strong again for the first time on the Bassmaster Classic stage. We get to welcome JVD, but I got a sneaking suspicion this will definitely not be the last. 5 fish for Jonathon Van Dam, 16 pounds and an ounce. Moves all the way into 6th place. Let me hear it for JVD, Jonathon Van Dam, representing in his first ever Bassmaster Classic. Johnny, I know you've watched a whole bunch of these classics, and usually you're sitting right about over there or over there. How do you like your seat this year?
Oh, it's a whole lot better this year, man.
You got 16 pounds and an ounce. Moving into day number 2, you have found yourself right in the thick of things. How did today play out?
You know, to be honest with you, it was a little tough today. You know, I didn't get the bites that I thought I was going to get, and you know, I really felt like I had an opportunity to catch a bigger bag. It just didn't work out today, so I kind of, you know, grounded out, and you know, that's what I ended up with.
What's the game plan for tomorrow?
I'm gonna go out there and do the same thing, and hopefully I can, you know, get a couple more big bites. I did lose one big one today, and you know, hopefully I can capitalize on all my opportunities.
All right, go do it. Let me see you here tomorrow, JVD.
Next angler ready to roll in here is from DeWitt, Virginia. How about it for Josh Waggy?
Josh Waggy finds himself here via a win at the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Opens. Sure happy to have him here. First trip to the Bassmaster Classic. Digging deep in that Nitro live well. Rolling around in that beautiful Mercury Nitro package here on Grand Lake of the Cherokees. Five fish today. Five fish all alive. 14 pounds, 6 ounces, moves into 8th place. And the Bassmaster pros keep on catching them. Josh Waggy, his first trip to the Bassmaster Classic. And the pressure does not get to him, finding himself right in the thick of things going into day number 2, cut day. Only the top half of the field move on. And you keep catching them like that, Josh, and you are gonna be one of them. I gotta ask you, first trip through the doors here at the Bassmaster Classic, what's going through your mind?
Oh, I feel great. I had a great day today. I had a couple little mishaps, but that just means there's a couple more left for tomorrow.
How are you catching your fish?
We'll talk about that tomorrow.
You're not gonna tell me?
No, not today.
All right, what's the game plan for tomorrow?
I don't know. I stuck to my game plan today, and I had a pretty good day, so I got a few more spots to hit tomorrow. I didn't fish but 2 or 3 places today, so we'll see.
All right, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Welcome to the Bassmaster Classic.
Let's bring our next angler in. He hails from Rathdrum, Idaho. Here's Brendon Palahniuk.
Brendon Palahniuk rocking it on to the Bassmaster scene 3 years ago. Had a Super 6 finish in that Bassmaster Classic and has not looked back. He is the 2010 Bass Nation National Champion, 2012 Trocar Quest Champion from the Elite Series, and he's looking for a title here again this week. Brendon Palahniuk rolls around in that tricked out Toyota Tundra. And today, 5 fish to show for his efforts. Always got one of the loudest cheering sections, and he gives them a lot to cheer about. 5 fish for 16 pounds, 10 ounces, moves into 6th place. Let me hear it for powerful Brendon Palahniuk. I don't know, I'm starting to see a bit of a pattern. Last year in Green Bay, Johnny Van Dam caught him, and you guys caught him right beside each. You guys, almost identical weights. And again, almost identical weights. What's going on?
I don't know, it just must be some kind of young gun thing, I guess. And I had a blast today. You would not believe how many family members I have. I probably have 20 people here, and I'm probably the farthest competitor away, except for Jerry from Zimbabwe. So, I mean, it's unbelievable. They followed me around today, and you guys know how cold it was out there. They followed me around and watched me catch almost every one of those fish in a pontoon boat.
That is pretty cool. It's day number 1's done. All the nerves are gone. What's the game plan for tomorrow?
I'm going to do the same thing. I mean, I actually came here last February, and I've caught a fish everywhere that I caught a fish last February. And I mean, it's worked out so far. I know I got some ground to make up, but like you said, it's only day 1.
It is only day 1, and you are in the thick of things. You guys think he can get it done?
All right, let's bring our next angler in. He is from Demopolis, Alabama, Boyd Duquette.
Here he is. 2007 Bassmaster Classic champion. Made almost $1 million his first year on tour. He is the only angler ever to win the Bassmaster Classic in his home state, a feat that Jason Christie trying to do here this week, and several other Oklahoma pros. 5 fish today for Boyd Duquette. Made it to the Bassmaster Classic via his win at the final Bassmaster Elite Series event of the year on Lake Oneida. 12 pounds, 11 ounces in 12th place for Boyd Duquette from Demopolis, Alabama. Give me a little love. Gonna weigh that for Carhartt Big Bass, and not gonna take that, but Boyd, that's a good one, 4 pounds, 8 ounces. Tell me about your day.
Well, you know, I got a place that's supposed to be full of those, but you know, we had a little bit of cold weather, and that cold rain yesterday kind of hurt me. I spent a lot of time back there. I never got a bite. Then I ran that Triton and Mercury all over this lake, caught 5 that you see, went back in there this afternoon and stayed and still didn't catch one.
Now, I got to ask you, you have won this whole deal before, but driving into this, arena and seeing this scene, does this ever get old?
Well, I tell you, it never gets old, making the Bassmaster Classic. And I knew this was going to be a great venue because Oklahoma's a great fishing state. I knew they'd come out and support us. A lot of them were out there today, and thank y'all so much for supporting bass fishing.
Well, thank you for being a big part of it, former Bassmaster Classic champion Boyd Duquette.
Now, next angler, he's also from Alabama. He is from Leeds, Alabama. Here's Aaron Martin.
A-Mart fishing his 14th Bassmaster Classic. He's the 2005 Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year and took a win last year. He is the Toyota Trucks All-Star Champion. Sure happy to have him back in the Bassmaster Classic. A lot of people picking Aaron Martins in this event, cold weather event, and a lot of people picking him on fantasy fishing. And unfortunately, something that very rarely happens, A-Mart falls short of a limit. Just 3 fish today. 6 pounds, 12 ounces, find yourself in 21st place. I know that is not how you wanted to start this.
Not at all. I was thrown off today. We launched our boats, the water temperature was like 39, and I'm on the lake in a campground, so I figured it was blowing last night, 20 degrees out, it was freezing, and I had a spot that was in the back of a creek, and it was loaded full of fish just a few days ago. And it was 39 degrees in there too, so I just started fishing, and I just kind of did a mistake of probably staying in the area too long. I kind of ran about a 2-mile stretch and kept checking back and forth because there was a lot of fish there, and I can never get into bite. I stayed there too late and finally left, and the second spot I went to is 46, and I kind of knew then I was in trouble. But I still have tomorrow. I'm definitely in a hole, but that's at least I'm here. And Oklahoma is one of my favorite states to fish. I love the fisheries here, and the people are awesome. The people that we met in Grove are incredible. We did some stuff there as kind of like a meet and greet thing. We had like 400 people show up. I thought 20 people would show up. So you guys are awesome. They showed up this morning too. There's like, I don't know how many boats there, but you guys are awesome to show up when it's 20 degrees out and a little bit windy out there. But you guys are great, and I don't know. I just, kids, love you guys. I don't want to do the show Sunday, but if I don't, it's gonna be hard for me to make it. I gotta get a big bag tomorrow. But if I'm not fishing, that means I'll be able to meet and greet more people. So there's some good stuff out of that, I guess. But thank you very much, and I don't know, I'm gonna go swing for the fences tomorrow. That's all I can do.
There you go, making it 14 times is something to be proud of. We hope to make it into Sunday.
Let's make some noise for our next angler. He is from Maiden, North Carolina, Hank Cherry.
Hank Cherry took a win at the Bass Pro Shops at Bassmaster Opens and brought himself here to the Bassmaster Classic. Digging deep in that Skeeter alive well. Followed him on Bass Track. Showed him having a very, very good day. Put those fish on the scale and see how this works out for the Bassmaster Classic rookie. I'm gonna tell you, it worked out very, very good. What a way to start your Bassmaster Classic record. He's got 5 fish. 20 pounds, 15 ounces. Hank Cherry finds himself in second place at his very first Bassmaster Classic. Give him a little love. What a way to start the Bassmaster Classic. Unbelievable, 20 pounds, 15 ounces in second place, and life has got to be good right now.
Oh, life is awesome. Like I said, I just thank the Lord Jesus Christ for letting me get here and be here. My family's here. The people here are just so wonderful. I had a great day. I can't believe how many people showed up as cold as it was. But, you know, I had a little bit of nerves starting off. About tore the power pole off my boat, but I kicked that Yamaha in gear and the skidder went flying down the lake, and the rest is done.
You've had kind of an up and down week here. I heard you got a bit of an injury you're dealing with here, but it didn't seem to affect you today.
It didn't really bother me till about 11 o'clock. Last night on the shuttle, I took a spill. I think Skeet thought I was dead, but I got up. But it started to bother me a little bit later on in the day. My hands started locking up on the reel, but I think a little rest, relaxation, and all these wonderful people, I'll be okay.
Now, I imagine it hurts, but 20 pounds, 15 ounces got to make it feel a lot better.
It makes me feel real good. I'll tell you what really makes me feel good. I had a place I was going to go this morning. I knew I could catch some fish, so I'm flying down the lake. And, you know, I'm in the Van Damwich because I got Kevin on one side of me and Jonathan on the other. So I turn the corner. I'm headed back there. I see all these boats, and there's Kevin. I said, well, I'm going somewhere else. So I just kind of U-turned and ended up catching them. The nerves were there for about the first 2 hours, but I settled down and did what I do.
Well, you did it very, very well. Sitting in second place, Hank Cherry.
Next angler rolling in, he is from Lakeland, Florida. Give it up for Bobby Lane. That is Todd Faircloth.
Here we go, big fish, Bobby Lane. Took a Bassmaster Elite Series win on Kentucky Lake a few years ago. Digging deep in that Yamaha live well. A little something to show you, Bobby Lane was part of Chris Lane's Classic celebration last year. It'll be pretty neat to just back that up with your very own celebration this year. 5 fish for big fish, Bobby Lane. 15 pounds, 7 ounces in 9th place right now. Pretty good way to start this party off. How was it? I mean, you're from Lakeland, Florida. You're used to dealing with cold temperatures like this, right?
Well, I was impressed. I told somebody that fish weighed 5'1", and it weighed 5'1". But, yeah, you know, being from Florida, we're not used to this. I just fished 2 tournaments down there recently in shorts and flip-flops. So this is something new. I had my heater in my boat today. And, you know, I'm running that new Phoenix boat with that Yamaha Show 250 on it. And that Phoenix 920 that I got is wicked fast, and it was a little too fast for me this morning. It was cold, but you know, you got to realize this is the tournament of a lifetime. I watched my brother win this tournament last year, and it made it more of a reality to me. So I knew I needed to go out there and do the best I could today. And it was a grind today. And right at the end, I caught that one big 5-pounder. But you know, Berkeley's come out with a new line. We got spider wire, actually, 100% fluorocarbon, and it's a new fluorocarbon that's out, and man, is that stuff strong. I recommend everybody get a spool of spider wire fluorocarbon, give it a whirl. You know, I'm not used to fishing around rocks and docks and wood and stuff that's going to cut my line a lot, and hats off to that line. It landed every fish today.
Well, you are finding yourself in a good position inside the top 10. We're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow halfway through our anglers. Who do we got next?
Now we can bring him in from Jasper, Texas. How about it for Todd Faircloth?
He is a 3-time Bassmaster winner. The last win came last year at the Mississippi River Rumble, all the way up in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Digging deep in that Skeeter live well. Welcome back to the Bassmaster Classic stage. Once again, Todd Faircloth, a threat at every single fishery we stop on. He's got a 5-fish limit here today. Looking to move up that leaderboard. Remember, only the top half of the field fish on Sunday. We have a cut after tomorrow, but he's got 5 fish today for Todd Faircloth. 3 Bassmaster Elite Series wins. 5 fish for 12 pounds, 5 ounces, puts him in 15th place. Give him a little love, one of the 53 best bass anglers in the universe, representing once again. So Todd, that's going to put you, you know, while this shakes out, you know, we're going to be right in the middle of the pack there. And did it fish better or worse than you expected?
It was a little tougher than what I expected today, but I think me and everybody else kind of knew that coming in with the conditions we had. But you know, the water temperature probably dropped 2 or 3 degrees in a lot of areas that I anticipated catching them, and it seemed to have quite an effect on them. But I spent too much time running around today. I ran that Yamaha and Skeeter all up and down the lake, and I think I'm going to stay in a couple of key areas tomorrow and soak my baits a little bit longer.
You are going to get an opportunity to do that, and we're looking forward to seeing you. Looking forward to seeing you here on Sunday as well.
Let's bring our next angler in. He is from Newaygo, Michigan, Nate Wellman.
Nate Wellman, a 2-time Bassmaster winner. Both those wins coming to the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Opens, fishing his first Bassmaster Classic. Digging deep in that Mercury live well. Welcome to the Bassmaster Classic, Nate Wellman. Nate Wellman's got a 5-fish limit, 5 fish all alive. Traveled all the way from Michigan. Used to dealing with this cold weather. Those 5 fish, 9 pounds, 13 ounces. Going to put you in 20th place. And do you think, you know, with the cold weather, a guy from Michigan has a bit of an advantage here?
Well, the advantage that I do have is this isn't cold weather. This is what we expect a month from now, a month and a half, 2 months from now. I spent most of my day fishing in a sweatshirt, no gloves, no hat. It doesn't bother me at all. I find it actually to be comforting out there. When it snowed the other day, I never felt more at home.
Well, you've got yourself 9 pounds, 13 ounces. How are you going to rally to get back in that cut?
Well, you know, I had a pretty good practice, and I really felt like I knew what was going on out here. And unfortunately today, I had an absolute giant get away from me about a foot from my hand. But that's how that goes. But I think I know what I've got to do to make some adjustments and increase my bag quite a bit tomorrow. At least I'm going to try.
All right, want to wish you luck and looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Let's bring in our War Eagle now, ladies and gentlemen, from Auburn, Alabama, Matt Lee.
Here he is, representing the Carhartt College Bass Series, the second ever collegiate Bassmaster Classic qualifier. Rolls around in that beautiful Toyota Tacoma. Representing thousands and thousands of Carhartt College Bass Series. Collegiate anglers have the opportunity to fish here in the Bassmaster Classic. Unfortunately, a tough first day. Just 2 fish. Two fish, 4 pounds, 15 ounces. Hold it high, you gotta be proud. Made it through all those hoops. Competed against his brother on the final event and found himself qualifying here at the 43rd Bassmaster Classic. And just to be a Bassmaster Classic qualifier has got to be something special.
Man, the blast off this morning, it was unreal. You know, if you've never been, you need to come tomorrow morning and check it out. You know, fishing against these guys is pretty incredible. You know, you never got the opportunity to, and you're out there running around, and it's a post-front morning like this morning. You're out there, and And these guys are going doing their thing, and you go 20 minutes without a bite, you start moving around, before you know it, you've wasted most of the day. So it was I threw Alabama rig most of the morning. I had about 20 pounds pretty quick, and then Tripp told me I had to throw them all back, and that was tough. But no, I'm just messing. I didn't throw. But it's special. It's a great opportunity, and I'm really blessed for everything that y'all have done for college bass and giving me this opportunity.
Well, this opportunity is not over. Get your rally cap on, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow.
Here's another legend in the house from Mount Ida, Arkansas, Mark Davis.
Here he is, three-time Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year, the 1995 Bassmaster Classic champion. Gonna dig deep in that Skeeter live well. Oh, it looks like the right way to start things off. There is a bulge in that Berkeley Havoc weigh-in bag. Mark Davis, no stranger to this opportunity, his 16th Bassmaster Classic. 5 fish, all alive. $15 pounds, 11 ounces. Mark Davis inside the top 10 in 9th place. A great way to start out your Bassmaster Classic, and 15 pounds, 11 ounces currently puts you in 9th place. Is that about where you thought you'd be?
I really thought I would be about middle of the field, 15 pounds. I mean, this is a great lake. And, but I tell you what, when I backed the boat in the water this morning and looked at the water temperature, I was like, ooh, this is ugly. I thought they might quit biting, but actually the fishing was really good today. I guess I think the coldest events I've ever fished for sure were on this lake. I think it was 92 when it was 9 degrees, and it made this morning seem like a spring day, 9 degrees. And I don't know what it's going to be in the morning. They say that some guys are saying 15, 17, I don't know, but fishing's good. I mean, 15 pounds is not at all what I expected. I expected to catch about 20, but we'll see what we can do with them tomorrow.
Are you going to bring me 20 tomorrow?
I'm going to work hard at it. That's all I'm going to promise you.
I want to see it. Let me hear it from Mark Davis.
Let's bring another West Coast angler in. He is from Arroyo Grande, California, Jared Lintner.
Jared Lintner fishing his 4th Bassmaster Classic, all the way from California. Took a win at the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open on Clear Lake a few years ago. And sure happy to have him up here on the Bassmaster Classic stage once again. Let's put those fish on the scale and see what we got. We got 5 fish. 5 fish all alive. Remember, only the top half of the field move on tomorrow to fish in the final day here. 10 pounds, 13 ounces. Give Gerald Lintner a little love. 10-13 puts you in 20th place right now. Only the top half of the field move on, and you're shaking your head.
Yeah, I mean, it's not where you want to be, but it could be worse. Things change for me out of practice, and I almost pulled a dummy, though. I was running around the lake wide open with that Yamaha, on the Skeeter, and I was running back in, and I ran all the way to the dam and pretty much every creek. And I'm going, I haven't switched my gas tanks. And right when I was getting off a pad, it ran out of gas. So that's one tank. I mean, the fuel economy is awesome. But the fishing, I mean, I had an opportunity. I'm sure a lot of other guys did. And I know where she's at, so if I could go catch her tomorrow and see what happens. But another really cool thing, I'm real new to Shimano and G. Loomis, and it's a sponsor now of Bass, and was fishing with those cores. You know, I'm throwing a real light jerk bait, and you know how it is, and little tiny wiggle warts and stuff like that. And with that Shimano core, you can throw that thing. You know, even in these rough conditions and stuff. I was totally blown away because I just got them like last week. So.
Get ready, get back out there and bring me that big fish here again tomorrow.
Let's make some noise for our next angler from Salem, Virginia, John Kruse.
Here he is, the cruise missile, John Kruse. Took a win a few years ago out in the West Coast on the Bassmaster Elite Series in his 7th Bassmaster Classic, and sure happy to have him here. He's got a 5-fish limit. Very few anglers so far have come across the stage without a limit. John Kruse has caught him again here today. 13 pounds, 10 ounces puts the Kruse missile in 13th place. $13.10 and in 13th place. I got to be happy with that to start out.
I feel like I was catching that kind of weight or more every day in practice, so I thought I had a little bit better pattern going than I did, but I guess the cold temperatures last night really affected the fish more than I thought it would. So I only had one fish at about 11 or 11:30, and then I kind of got into the groove a little bit and started catching them, and then started moving around late and didn't do any more good. So I need to have a whole productive day, and I think I can have a really good day. So hopefully I can make that adjustment tomorrow.
Now, I've heard about a kind of a weird good luck charm vibe that you have going with Ish Monroe, and it happened again this week. You just have to back it up with a big finish. Explain that to me.
I don't know if you're talking about the breakfasts.
No, I'm talking about accidents.
Oh, accidents, absolutely, yes. We have so many little fun things. I room with Ish Monroe on tour. We have a real good time. He's like a family member to me, and I tell you, we had a little thing start a few years ago, and he ran into the back of my truck and boat, and I ended up having a top 20 the next tournament. And then last year we had a situation where his truck broke down. His truck broke down, had a top 5. Then his truck broke down again at another tournament, and I had a top 10 at that tournament. So he had a little truck issue. So maybe I'll have a good tournament here. I've got to have a better day tomorrow, though.
Are you sabotaging his truck, or is this happening naturally?
No, if you tried to make it happen, it would work in reverse. I would finish dead last. So I cannot make it happen. It's just got to happen on its own.
All right, well, go make it happen on the water tomorrow. The Kruse missile sitting in 13th place.
Next angler ready to roll, coming in from Gonzales, Louisiana, Greg Hackney.
Here he is, a 3-time Bassmaster winner, the 2009 Forest Wood Cup champion. And last year, he caught the biggest bass on the Bassmaster Elite Series, what he called a tree shaker. Digging deep in that Mercury live well. Welcome the Hack Attack back to the Bassmaster Classic stage. He's got himself 5 fish. 5 very, very lively fish going to be weighed and released back at Grand Lake of the Cherokee. 14-14 in 12th place. The Hack Attack in the thick of things here on day number 1. $14-14, not a bad way to start things out.
It was a slow start this morning. I thought it was going to be worse than that. I had a good practice and got a lot of bites, but the water was cold when we got here. Now it's extremely cold. It fell 3 or 4 degrees, and it really affected those fish. These fish bite in cold water, but, it was down this morning close to 39, and it really affected them. And for me, it was better in the afternoon, and I think it was for a lot of guys. It warmed up a little bit, so, I know some of the guys started off catching them this morning, but for what I'm doing, it works a little better in the afternoon, or it had been pretty good in the morning, but it's changing. So in the morning, I'm gonna fish a little different and then go late and do what I did today.
Do you think with tomorrow, if the weather's the same, it's gonna, balance things out and the fish will get a little bit more active?
Yeah, I think so, because they really seemed to got really active this afternoon with just a little bit. I mean, realistically, the water probably only warmed up like 1.5 degrees, but it really made a difference. It's funny that, I stuck my hand in that live well to get them out, and if I was in that water, there wouldn't be any biting. I couldn't hardly open and close my hand. It's extremely cold, for those fish to bite at all. It's really something.
Well, a great first day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Let's bring our next angler in. He hails from 40, Texas, Yusuke Miyazaki.
Don't get quiet on me, Tulsa. In his first Bassmaster Classic, sure happy to have him here. Yusuke digging deep in that Skeeter live well. A member of Team Yamaha. Dreamed of this day, making it to the Bassmaster Classic, has won the Japanese Classic. This is his first shot at the World Championship of Professional Bass Fishing, the Bassmaster Classic, presented by Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. 4 fish today, 1 short of a limit. Yusuke's got 4 fish for 7 pounds, 7 ounces, find himself in 29th place currently. Yusuke, I know that's not how you wanted to start your Bassmaster Classic, but it's been a dream of yours to make it here. What's going through your mind when you look out at this giant crowd?
Yeah, even this cold, no matter what, here. That's my dream to come true.
Your dream has come true, but the dream is not over. You get another shot to get at them tomorrow. What are you going to do?
Yeah, actually, I've been, good. I've been good practice, this tournament. So I was so excited fishing, this event. But today's cold water, didn't work. But this type of tournament, if I got a big fish pattern, I need to stick on those things, But it didn't work today. But I hope, tomorrow, game is changed.
Get another shot tomorrow, and we're looking forward to seeing you back here in the Bassmaster Classic stage.
Next angler coming in from Caryville, Tennessee, Brendon Card.
Brendon Card, our 2012 Bassmaster Elite Series Rookie of the Year, had a phenomenal season. One of just 4 Bassmaster Elite Series rookies to qualify for the Bassmaster Classic from our Elite Series last year. First trip to the Bassmaster Classic. Unfortunately, short of a limit, just 2 fish today. Those 2 fish, 6 pounds, 6 ounces. He got one of the right ones. I know that's not how you wanted to start things out, but being part of the Bassmaster Classic, you've really climbed the ladder. You started as a collegiate bass angler, then you made it to the Elite Series, and now here you're at the Bassmaster Classic. Dreams do come true.
Oh, yeah. This is definitely a dream come true. It's just so humbling being here. The first one that I ever went to was the one that Takahiro won. I think it was in 2004. And, I can remember that just like it was yesterday, sitting up in the stands and watching that whole thing. So it's pretty awesome being here. A bad day at the Bassmaster Classic is like winning any other tournament. So, I can't complain. But I really want to thank all my sponsors. I want to thank Floatback Lures, Suzuki Outboards, and Triton Boats. They really take care of me. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here.
All right, well, you know what? That attitude that you show is what makes him a champion. Let me hear it for Brendon Card.
Let's also make some noise for Lake Wiley, South Carolina's Jason Quinn.
Here he is, hardware Jason Quinn from Lake Wiley, South Carolina. His 6th time here in the Bassmaster Classic. Always a fan favorite. One short of a limit today. 4 fish for Jason Quinn. Let's get those fish on the scale and see how this all shakes out. Only the top half move on tomorrow. Jason Quinn wants to be part of that. 4 fish all alive. Stop it. Stop. 8 pounds of 5 ounces. Those are some lively fish, but got to hurt to be one short of a limit. Did you have an opportunity? Did you have that fish on?
Yeah, actually I did. I just didn't execute real well today. I actually lost that 5th fish about 8 different times, and one of them was a really big one. But hey, the way I'm fishing, just to get a reaction top bite, I'm getting the right bites, just not executing as well.
This morning when you put your boat in the water, obviously the water temperature dropped a little bit. What went through your mind?
I actually thought when I looked at my screen, I said, man, that thing says 39 degrees. I started to turn it off. But, actually, I lost a good fish about my 3rd cast in this morning. Then I caught that best fish I had. And, I randomly got bites throughout the day, and I'm looking forward to getting back out there tomorrow.
Looking forward to seeing you back here, Jason Quinn.
Let's bring our next guy in, another legend, ladies and gentlemen, from Gainesville, Florida, Sean Bigsby.
Here he is, a 9-time Bassmaster winner, which puts him 6th all-time, digging deep in that live well. Give him a little love, Sean Bigsby. Oh boy, bagging up those fish and getting ready. Oh boy, looks like a good day at the office for Sean Bigsby. 15-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. 6th all-time on our win list. He's got 5 fish, and it looks like 5 good ones.
I know for me, they're pretty good here. That my first fish was pushing 5 this morning, and that lit me up. I said, oh yeah.
All right, let's put them on the scale. Let's see what we got. 5 fish. 15-15 in the top 10 in 9th place. A great way to start this event. I know Bryce is Bryce here, or is he watching online?
He's watching online, and my daughter's at work. She's watching online, so I'll say a shout out to all the people that are working there on 10-5 in Shands Hospital, because she's a nurse and got the whole crowd out there. And of course, my mom's watching online. That's pretty cool too. But anyway, it was a great day. I got to run my Triton in frigid weather all the way down, but I had the Sims gear on, and I really didn't have any issue with cold, and that's probably the best thing. The only issue I had with cold was, line icing up and stuff like that. And this is the greatest lake because of all the lakes that I can think of across the country. It's probably the only one where you can be in 40, 45 degree water, freezing cold, and they're biting. That's good.
Well, you got to be looking forward to getting out there again tomorrow inside our top 10. I want to see you as part of our Super 6 on Sunday.
Let's make welcome our next angler. He is from Wahoo, Nebraska, Gerald Knuth.
Gerald Knuth representing the Bass Nation. Digging deep in that live well, smiling from ear to ear. Got a little something to show you. Tulsa, make some noise for Gerald Knuth. I tell you what, I'm sure when you were dreaming about this deal, that wasn't the fish that you planned on holding up, but being part of this is a dream come true. Only 555 anglers ever have qualified for this Bassmaster Classic, and you've got 1 fish today for 1 pound, 4 ounces. Just being here is a dream come true, and nothing to be ashamed of, but tell me what went wrong.
I had a couple boat issues this morning that kind of just kicked off the day, and yeah, I zigged when I should have zagged, I guess.
Tell me what it's like to qualify for the Classic through the Bass Nation, and to tell me about how you made it here, because, I mean, really, anybody sitting in here can do what you've done, right?
Absolutely. Fish hard, put 100% into it, and what I learned today is once you make it this far, keep fishing your strengths. Don't try and fish like these other guys are doing.
Well, you're going to get a shot to get back out there tomorrow. We want to thank you for being here. We have 40 anglers weighed so far, and I'm going to have a quick look at our leaderboard. Of course, our leader still Cliff Pace, weighed in early trip with 21 pounds, 8 ounces, and he has the lead. But look out, right behind him, Hank Cherry in his first ever Bassmaster Classic. He is in second place with 20 pounds, 15 ounces. In third place, in his second ever Bassmaster Classic, Tracy Adams. In fourth place, a guy you guys maybe heard of, kind of a big deal around here, Jason Christie. Right behind him in fifth place, he is a first grade teacher, made it through the Bass Nation, and now is on a shot, may have an opportunity at winning the Bassmaster Classic. His name is Jonathon Carter. Right behind him in sixth place, look out, another local angler, the McStick, Mike Mclelland. Seventh place, Brendon Palahniuk, followed by JVD, Shaw Grigsby, and Mark Davis. Who do we have next, Donde?
We've got a fellow from Scott Depot, West Virginia. Make him welcome, everyone, Jeremy Starks.
Jeremy Starks, a two-time Bassmaster Elite Series winner. Took his second win last season on Douglas Lake, put him in the Bassmaster Classic for the very first time, and digging deep in that Skeeter Yamaha live well. Welcome to the Bassmaster Classic. I remember when you won that Elite Series event last year, I didn't know whether you were excited about the 100 grand more or the fact that you are officially a Bassmaster Classic qualifier. Your first opportunity here to walk across the Bassmaster Classic stage. 5 fish today, all alive. They are alive and well. 10 pounds, 14 ounces, puts you in 23rd place. Let's have a look at a couple of those fish before we send them back down the road to Grand Lake, the Cherokee. All right, day number 1, your first ever Bassmaster Classic. Were there any nerves this morning?
You know, it was too cold to be nervous, I think. It was just, you know, when you get out there and you start fishing, once you get on the water, it kind of calms down and you just go do your thing.
You've got 10 pounds, 14 ounces. After your pre-fish, where does that rank? Is it better, worse? What were you expecting?
No, you know, I really didn't know what to expect. I'd caught some smaller fish. I did have a couple days where I'd caught some decent ones, but I knew this cold front was really going to change things. So hopefully tomorrow we can make an adjustment. You can see there's a lot of big fish in this lake, so if there's anywhere you're going to make a move, this place is it.
Well, you are doing very well in this deal. We know you'll get back in it. Want to thank you for being here. 41 teams have been weighed, 41 anglers have been weighed so far. But Trip, I want to talk to you before we go any further about the great things that Tulsa doing. I mean, this morning, if you did not see this, you need to check it out. You need to go on Bassmaster.com, look at the Bass blog. There was an office tower, a high-res office tower, and they went and they turned on all the lights, so it actually spelt out Bass across that. I've never seen that. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Well, it is. Actually, I think Ray Hoyt told me that's a replica of the World Trade Center. You know, it is neat, but, you know, Tulsa, everywhere you go, doesn't matter which direction you go, you see billboards, Bassmaster Classic. Then we roll into Grove, you see welcome angler signs, welcome Bassmaster Classic anglers, bass fans, and this, you know, we talked about this tournament, bringing it here. We know that a big nucleus of bass membership is right here in this area, huge fishing fans. I see Ray Scott and Bob Cobb over there, and I can't help but think about Don Butler, the great Don Butler that helped get this whole thing started. So we love this area. You know, we've been to Grand Lake for Elite Series events, had phenomenal turnouts. We weighed in one day, you talk about weather, we weighed in, I literally waded that deep back to the truck when the tournament was over. you know, the place was packed. So great fishing fans, we love it here.
We do love it here, and such great support we've received from local businesses. Of course, the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. You know, how cool is it to go into a casino and see a bass boat park there and see them supporting the great sport of fishing? So we want to thank Tulsa and, of course, the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino and all the great partners we have here. Let's bring through our next angler.
Next one coming in from Clarksville, Tennessee. How about it for Mark Pearce?
I need you to make lots and lots of noise. He is representing the Bass Nation. What does he do as a day job? He defends this country, an active member of the Army. Let me hear it for Bass Nation Pro, Mark Pearce, bringing it big time. Boom shakalaka, giant bass. For active duty Army angler, Mark Pearce. Wow. What a way to start his classic. He's just got one fish, but if you're gonna have one, it may be that deal right there. That thing's got no Abdullah oblongata. Look at that finned freak of nature, my word. Let's weigh this for Carhartt Big Bass. 7 pounds, 4 ounces, a brand new Carhartt Big Bass for Mark Pearce. Wow-wee. Boy, oh boy, I know you didn't want to cross the stage with one fish, but if you're going to bring one fish, it may as well be that one right there. When did you catch it?
I caught that one about 10 o'clock probably, and that was the only bass I got today. The rest was drum.
Well, that thing is our Carhartt Big Bass, is 7 pounds, 4 ounces, and what a giant fish. Are you going to go back to that spot again tomorrow?
I'll definitely be hitting that one back up, and I think I found out the type of stuff they should be on, and I'm just going to run and gun, jerk bait my tail end off, and hit the right stuff, hopefully.
What does it mean? What does it mean to you to be here? I mean, you almost made this event last year. Actually, you know, finished second in the Bass Nation Championship, but the guy who won you was in the same division. You know, it had to hurt to watch the Bassmaster Classic last year, but you're not watching it this year. You're part of it.
No, last year was that was a tough one to swallow. Fishing second, barely missing it. You just persevere, keep trying, and here I made it to the biggest stage on bass fishing. It's awesome.
You did make it, and you showed up in a big way, and we want to thank you for what you do. We're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
How about a big round of applause? Our next angler all the way from Harare, Zimbabwe, Jerry Eusta.
Eusta holds the all-time record for the most trips to the Bassmaster Classic from the Bass Nation, with 5 times he has qualified. 5 times he has qualified through what many believe is the toughest way to make it here, through 22,000 bass anglers all across the world, 22,000 Bass Nation members. He has been on the top of that ladder 5 times, and we are sure happy that he is back here again today. Traveled 10,000 miles to get here. 17-hour flight, right?
17 hours.
Was it worth it?
It was worth it.
I guess so. He's got 4 fish for 11 pounds, 4 ounces, one short of a limit, but he is definitely in the thick of things, and he has got himself a big Grand Lake bass. To make it back here an unbelievable 5 times, I gotta ask, what is your secret?
I don't think there's any secret. It's hard work, and you gotta love it.
It's not hard to love it when you're catching giant fish like that, but at home, do you ever fish when it's this cold?
About 10 times this hot. maybe. This is cold, let me tell you. In practice, I managed fine, but today, I got a little bit cold. It was chilly out there.
Chilly is definitely a way I would explain it. Very chilly. But you are going to get a shot to get back out there again tomorrow. We're looking forward to seeing you. 5-time qualifier. Unbelievable.
Next angler ready to roll in from Brookville, Indiana. Make him welcome, everyone. Here's Bill Owen.
Here we go. Bill Lowen off an incredible season on the Bassmaster Elite Series, finishing 9th in our Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year race. Back here in the Bassmaster Classic, which has become a yearly tradition for Mr. Lowen. And we love having him here. He's got a 5-fish limit. Let's see where that limit puts him. Winding down our way and just a few anglers left to go. 12 pounds of 5 ounces puts him in 19th place. The top half move on to fish on Saturday or on Sunday. Bill Lowen looking to do that and fish all 3 days here at the Bassmaster Classic, presented by Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. 12 pounds, 5 ounces. Where does that shake out? According to your pre-fish, did you think it was going to be a little bit more or a little bit less?
I thought it was going to be a lot more. You know, practice was really good, and the weather just kind of put a damper on my things. You know, I like to fish shallow, and the cold weather just kind of knocked it back a little bit, you know. But 12 pounds I'm happy with. Maybe tomorrow we can do the same thing, and we'll be fishing on Sunday. You know, I got to say thanks to a lot of people that make it possible for me to be up here. I got the greatest sponsors in the industry. My friends, my family, couldn't do it without their support. I don't know where they're at right there. You know, typically when I come up here, I come into a song called The Old Duck Blind. Well, today I come into the song called Whistle Baby. And I did that for my daughter. I don't know where she's at, right there. Right there. Hey, little sexy, Daddy loves you. So anyway, she asked me, hey, Daddy, will you come up on stage to Whistle Baby? And, you know, me being the awesome dad that I am, I said, well, absolutely. So what's really cool about that song is every time it comes on, she gets all excited and she tries to whistle. Nothing ever happens. You know, she hasn't learned how to whistle yet. So I always ask her, hey, honey, what's the matter? And she says, Daddy, my whistle's broke. So, you know, life's all about making memories, and it doesn't get much better than that. So thanks, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow.
We will see you tomorrow. What a great dad, great angler.
Let's bring our next angler in. You're going to raise the roof on this one from Wagner, Oklahoma, Tommy Biffle.
Tommy Biffle, an 18-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. Desperately would love to win this title. In his home state, he has come close several times before. Is this Tommy Biffle's time? Five fish for Tommy Biffle. Tommy Biffle spent some of his off-season intentionally fishing in cold conditions so he could get ready for this. 12 pounds even moves him into 21st place. Wagner, Oklahoma's Tommy Biffle still in this thing. The top half moves on to Sunday, and Tommy Biffle wants to be part of it, wants to get part of that Super 6 and hoist that title high above his friend, high above his head in front of his hometown crowd. 12 pounds even, and Tommy, I'm going to ask you, the weather forecast coming up here, what were you hoping for?
I was hoping kind of really for what we got. So, you know, I thought the cold weather might make it hard on the Florida boys and the southern boys. So it kind of played right into what I thought I was getting. I had really good practice. I caught a lot of fish, got a lot of bites, and then today they just changed. So maybe I'll catch them good tomorrow.
Now, you did spend time in the off-season intentionally out fishing at time of year where you normally don't fish just to get conditioned to the weather, correct?
Yeah, it cut in on my deer hunting some. But, you know, I stay outside a lot, I deer hunt a lot, so I knew the cold weather wasn't really going to bother me that much.
Well, we want to see you in that Super 6. Oklahoma, you guys want to see him in that Super 6?
Let's bring our next angler in from Lyman, South Carolina, Marty Robinson.
Here we go in his second Bassmaster Classic. He got his nickname last year as Marty the Party Robinson because he was dancing up a storm. Said he would, are you gonna dance for us this time, Marty? Are you saving that? Said he would dance up a storm if he wins this deal. That's right. He's saving the dancing for Sunday. Let's see what he's got. He's got a 5-fish limit. In his second Bassmaster Classic, made 2 of them the last 2 years in a row, and I'm going to tell you, he may have something to dance about here. A good way to start for Marty the Party Robinson. 18 pounds, 8 ounces in 6th place for Marty the Party Robinson. That deserves a tiny dance right there. Let me see the fish dance right now, Marty Robinson. Wowee. 18 pounds, 8 ounces, gonna weigh that for Carhartt Big Bass. 5 pounds, 14 ounces, not gonna take over that lead, but sitting in 6th place. Life is good.
Yeah, that's right, man. Y'all gonna have to crank that music up. I couldn't hear it. It didn't get me moving. But y'all have it cranked up tomorrow. How about that Castaway Skeeter ZX20 there with that show? I mean, you can't have a party without a show right there, and that's 250 horsepower. And while I'm up here, I do want to thank the Tulsa Sports Commission, and I want to thank Hard Rock Casino also. Man, they brought all the wives out, and they give everybody, all of them, a massage. And if you know how a massage is for a woman, you know, it makes her frisky. And any married man in here loves a frisky wife, so.
18 pounds, 8 ounces, so what? You got to focus on the tournament here. Don't get distracted at night, okay? What is the game plan for tomorrow? Will this keep rolling?
You know, I lost 2 good fish to build off of that. And if y'all crank the music up where I can hear it tomorrow, I'll dance for you a little bit.
All right, I'm going to do that for sure tomorrow.
Let's bring our next angler in. He is from Knoxville, Tennessee, Ott Depot.
He is the 2011 Bassmaster Elite Series Rookie of the Year, the 2011 Toyota Trucks All-Star Champion. Backed it up in his sophomore season with a 2nd place finish in our Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year race. In 2 years on tour, never finished outside of the top 3. Want to talk about a rocket ship climbing to the top of the Bassmaster ladder, and this guy is doing that in a big way. He's got 5 fish here today. Was the last boat out this morning, which means you're the first boat out tomorrow. 5 fish, 16 pounds, 2 ounces. Ott Depot delivers once again here at the Bassmaster Classic. $16 pounds, 2 ounces. Got to be happy about that. You were the last boat to leave this morning because it's a random draw, and through the draw you got picked last. But that means you're the first boat to leave. Does that excite you? Did it affect you at all today?
Man, it didn't. You know, Grand Lake is such a big place. It's such a wonderful fishery that I didn't really see a lot of other boats today. So being first or last, I kind of like being last. It gives you, you know, you just don't have to be in a hurry in the morning. You just take your time going out there. But no, it was good for me. It didn't hurt me at all. And actually, some of those better fish I caught kind of late in the day. I wonder if I can be last tomorrow.
So does that mean you're just gonna, when they call your name first, you're just gonna pull off to the side?
If Tripp will give me 30 more minutes in the afternoon, I will.
No, we can't do that. Good luck tomorrow, Ottifo. You got a chance to get back in this thing, and you are right in the thick of it already.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that. I said anything over 15 pounds, I'd be really happy. But, dude, for a Friday, this crowd that's in here is incredible, and I think I hear Abby hollering up there. Look, right up there she is. But no, but I got to say thanks to my sponsors. I've got the best sponsors in this industry. And, man, it makes it really easy for me to do what I do and to do it well.
All right, Ottifo climbs the leaderboard like a gazelle here today. We will see him tomorrow.
Let's bring our next angler in. He hails from Waco, Texas. Here's Alton Jones.
The 2008 Bassmaster Classic champion took a win at our first Bassmaster Elite Series event of the year last year on the St. Johns River. Welcome back to the Bassmaster Classic. Ott's already gone. Alton Jones.
I'll take Ott. I like him.
He's a good dude. You know, I tweeted earlier in the week and said, who's going to win this deal? And you tweeted me back, me.
Hey, you've always got to have confidence going in, right?
Well, it looks like that confidence was backed up on the water. A decent start here today. 5 fish, all alive. 12 pounds and an ounce puts you in 23rd place. Bring me 5 just like that tomorrow, and that leaderboard is gonna change in a big way. Gonna weigh that, get you a big bass weight on that, but 12 pounds and an ounce, a cold weather tournament. You've done well in the past. The Bassmaster Classic, you won. You did very, very well under cold conditions. What makes you good in that situation?
Well, I love to fish real slow, and I love to fish either with a jerkbait or a jig, and those are both good real cold weather baits. And, you know, today, probably the mistake I made, I don't know if I'd call it a mistake, but one of my rules of thumb is no matter what the weather does, you always start in the spot where you had the best part of your practice, where you thought gives you the best chance to win, especially in a tournament like the Classic. Unfortunately, for me today, that was in one of the dirtier areas of the lake, and that water just got a little bit too cold. In fact, I told Jimmy Sue on the way to the lake, I said, I probably need to change my game plan and go to my fish down south. So tomorrow I'll mix it up. I'll try to hit the dirtier water later in the day, fish the clearer water earlier. As it warms up, I'm still around some good fish, so who knows?
You are truly a master, and if anyone can make a comeback, I know it's you. Let me hear it for Alton Jones.
Another angler from the Lone Star State ready to roll in from Nacogdoches, Texas, Albert Collins.
All the way from Texas, he won the Bassmaster Weekend Series, fishing his first Bassmaster Classic. I'm gonna dig deep in that Triton live well. Let me see something good. I know a lot of anglers talking about this guy as a serious stick, and he proved it with a big win at the Bassmaster Weekend Series. Won by a huge margin, and unfortunately a tough day today. Just 2 fish. So let's put those 2 fish on the scale and see how it shakes out. Tomorrow's going to be Rally Cap Day. Today, 4 pounds, 15 ounces. But you finally made it to the Bassmaster Classic. Got to be happy about that. 2 fish today. Did you have opportunity at filling out that limit, or was it just 2 bites all day?
No, I caught 2 keepers, 3 short fish, and had probably 4 more bites that just didn't hold on.
Did the weather get you? Did the cold overnight get you, or has it been a tough pre-fish from the start?
I don't know. I had 1 good practice day and 3 practice days that were just kind of slim on bites. Fished the best area today, so tomorrow I'm going to run some different water.
All right, well, we're looking forward to seeing you back here and want to congratulate you on making the Bassmaster Classic. I know this place is going to get very, very loud right about now.
You got that right. From Pittsgrove, New Jersey, Michael Iaconelli.
Here he is, the 2003 Bassmaster Classic champion, 2006, Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year, Mike Iaconelli, would desperately love to win that second Bassmaster Classic. Oh boy, he's digging deep. There you go, give him a little love. Iaconelli going back to the well one more time. The louder you get, the bigger the fish are. Let me hear it, Tulsa. Oh boy. Boom, shakalaka, giant bass. That bass is so big it knocked Iaconelli off of his feet. Hey, 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 Iaconelli got Bass Albert. What a way to start this deal. 5 fish. This leaderboard is about to change. To take the lead, he needs 21 pounds at 9 ounces. 21 pounds, 8 ounces. We have a tie for the lead between Mike Iaconelli and Cliff Pace. Deadlock tied at 21 pounds, 8 ounces. What a way to start. 21 pounds, 8 ounces in a tie with Cliff Pace, but a tie is okay on day number 1. You've given yourself a chance to claim that second title. That fish weighed 6 pounds, 9 ounces. Not gonna take over Carhartt Big Bass, but you ought to be pretty happy.
Man, I'm stoked. How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, make some noise, man. I tell you, this is phenomenal. You know, Bassmaster Classic, the most exciting tournament of your life. Since I was 12 years old, I've been dreaming about this event, and it never gets old. Every time you come in, I get goosebumps, and I've got all my family here, my whole family, and I've got my kids here. If you want to grow the sport of fishing, get kids involved in the sport. That's how to grow it.
Well, you are one of the catalysts of growing this sport, but let's talk about growing something else. That is a spectacular beard you have growing this year.
Thank you very much. I'm going for the mountain man look this week. You know, when it's that cold out there, I want to use every little bit of warmth, and my facial hair helps keep my face warm.
This is the beginning of the season, so I got to ask you, if you pull off this Bassmaster Classic, can I convince you to grow a full-on Palahniuk beard by the end of the season?
If you talk to Becky and she lets me do that, then I'll do it.
Okay. What's the answer? No. Who thinks he should grow the Palahniuk? The people have spoken. That's all I'm going to say. But let's get back to fishing. Is this the time? It's been a number of years before you've had that major win. You're always in the thick of things, but am I going to announce Mike Iaconelli as a 2-time Bassmaster Classic champion on Sunday?
I hope so. That's the kind of start you have to win an event, and I'm comfortable on this lake. I'm comfortable fishing a wintertime type pattern. It's been 10 years exactly since I won the Classic. I won it in 2003, so this will be a real nice 10-year anniversary for me.
Well, we've kind of talked here today about, you know, somebody is probably going to have a pretty giant party at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino on Sunday night, and I know you like to party. Explain to me what that kind of would be like.
Well, first thing we do, we have really good music, and then we have a breakdancing competition. I'd win, and then we all drink a lot of beer.
I'm in. Let me hear it from Mike Iaconelli.
All right, time to raise the roof from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Edwin Evers.
E-squared, one of the top picks in fantasy fishing, has dreamed of this day. He's been to the Bassmaster Classic before, but never in his home state. A 7-time Bassmaster winner, and fish like that are the very reason why we are going to have a shootout this week. The superstars of the sport have shown up in a big way here at the 43rd Bassmaster Classic, presented by Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. He's got 5 fish.
Man, go ahead.
A great day indeed. He's got 5 fish, 16 pounds, 13 ounces inside the top 10. Oklahoma represents again. Wowee, 16 pounds, 13 ounces. They say you can't win the Bassmaster Classic on the first day, but you certainly can lose it. You did not do that. You are in the thick of things going into day number 2.
Man, it was really a rough start to my day. It kind of happened late for me, and I ran that Nitro Mercury all up and down Grand as much as I possibly could, and then, you know, when I tried to get somewhere, I really tried to slow down, but had a great day, and you know, like you said, you can definitely lose it on the first day, and hopefully I'm gonna keep myself in it with that weight.
You've been here many times before, but did you feel a little bit extra pressure since it's at home and so much buzz around you fishing this deal?
It was crazy, the media pressure and just all of your friends and just everybody texting you and emailing you. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of added pressure. I got so many family and friends here, and I got to thank you guys for being here. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
I've heard you doing some different interviews, and you've kind of been downplaying the local favorite thing on purpose, but you won't be able to do that anymore. You are in the thick of things here.
Yep, I just got to go catch him tomorrow.
Who thinks he's going to do it tomorrow? I think you're going to do it. Good luck, E Squared. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh boy, the hits keep coming.
Yeah, indeed they do. Out of Guntersville, Alabama. How about it, everybody, for Chris Lane?
Rolling in that power pole wrap Toyota Tacoma. Make some noise for the 2012 reigning, defending Bassmaster Classic champion, Chris Lane. Oh boy. A much different outcome this year, Chris Lane, but I got some good news for you. I know that hurts. But coming into the arena for the first time here as your Bassmaster Classic champion, you look all around here. Started with Bobby Murray, Don Butler. Hits keep going. You look around here, Kevin Van Dam, Luke Clausen, Boyd Duquette, Alton Jones, Skeet Reese, Kevin Van Dam again. And there's one more banner to be added right there. You guys ready to unveil his banner that will hang in the rafters at all the Bassmaster Classic events? Let me hear it for your 2012 Bassmaster Classic champion, Chris Lane. I know this hurts a little bit after a tough day to come in here with the goose egg, but when you look there, right there, that is going to hang in every single arena that the Bassmaster Classic's at for the rest of your life. And back again, the Brothers Lane.
You know, having Bobby here and last year, you know, it's amazing. But I'm going to tell you, I had an hour-and-a-half drive all the way down here, and I praise God when I won. I praise Him when I didn't do good or I lose. But I'll tell you one thing, not one time did I feel bad, did I hurt, because I know that I am living a dream that hundreds of thousands of bass anglers would want to do. You know, to run a brand new Legend bass boat powered by Mercury, to have power poles, sponsors, everybody that I got. You know, that is what so many anglers are out there striving to do. And I'm going to tell you what, Bassmasters makes it happen. I have seen my photo everywhere. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Hard Rock Cafe, Casino. I'm telling you what, the Cherokee people here, it's been fantastic, and you guys are awesome. I tell you what.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that is awesome, and you guys will all agree, you have been an incredible and an awesome ambassador for this sport, an incredible Bassmaster Classic champion, and I say put the rally cap on and get back in on this deal for Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going after him tomorrow, no doubt. It happens to the best of us, and you know, it's who you become out of that. But, you know, without the fans and what you guys, it has been an absolute honor to be your Classic champion in 2012.
One last thing, because you could be in a unique opportunity. Your brother is kind of in the thick of things here, and the Bassmaster Classic champion generally hands the trophy off how cool would it be to hand that trophy off to Bobby?
Oh, it would be huge. It would be one heck of a party, I promise you. And, you know, it worked last year, so we're going to try it this year. Go, Bobby Lane!
All right, before we bring our next angler out here, I want to let you know once this weigh-in's concluded, we have one angler left to go. Once this weigh-in is concluded, don't go anywhere. Tommy Sanders and Mark Zona will be right out there on the Toyota Hooked Up stage, and they are going to be out there, and you guys will get an opportunity to be on TV. ESPN's going to be shooting it all around the floor. Make sure to join them, cheer them on. We're going to bring out our current leader and join Tommy Sanders and Mark Zona. You guys watch him every week on Bassmaster TV. So this is your opportunity to be on TV and meet our leader and, of course, break down the action. Now, we have one angler left to go. I have a sneaking suspicion you guys know who it is. Don Day, let the cat out of the bag.
Be glad to. From Kalamazoo, Michigan, the legendary Kevin Van Dam.
KVD fishing his 23rd Bassmaster Classic, a 20-time winner. He is a 7-time Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year, a 4-time Bassmaster Classic champion. But above all that, he is a proud papa. His boys are 16 years old today, and that, my friend, is a great birthday gift. You know it's a good thing when you have trouble pulling that weighing bag out of your Nitro Live well. Kevin Van Dam, 5 fish here today to start out the Bassmaster Classic. And 5 of the right ones indeed. We have a 2-way tie for our lead. 19 pounds, 12 ounces, KVD moves into 4th place on day number 1 at the 43rd Bassmaster Classic, presented by the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Wowee. 19 pounds, 12 ounces, and what a day number 1. KVD on a day when a lot of people said there's no way they're going to catch him today in the cold conditions. You guys showed up in a big, big way, and you are in the thick of things and barking down that record book once again, trying to become a 5-time Bassmaster Classic champion.
Well, you know, today was it was tough out there, as cold as it was. I'll tell you, I was definitely prepared. Being from Michigan, I spent a lot of time fishing in that real cold weather, and it made a big difference. You know, all day long I was out there just thinking, you know, man, I really want to have a good day. I've got a lot of family here now, and this is a real special event for my family. Real special day, actually, today. You know, first off, my nephew, Jonathon, he's fished, you know, all season long. He won a tournament, and it's his first Bassmasters Classic. So, you know, that's a big deal for our family. And then my 2 boys, Jackson and Nicholas, 16 years ago, they were born today. So it's their 16th birthday today. And, you know, they came into the world just little guys. They were only 1.5 pounds apiece when they were born. And they gave their mom and I a lot of stress then. But I'm so proud of the young men that they've grown into be. And so I want to tell them a happy birthday. You know, each year, they have their birthday at the Classic, so we're going to have a little birthday party for them tonight, and just want to let them know how special they are to me.
Well, you are special to them, a great father, a great angler, and you have a great opportunity ahead of you here this week. How is your pattern going to play out? Do you think it can be consistent all the way through to Sunday?
Without a doubt. You know, the 3 days of practice that I had, you know, pretty real good days every day, you know, on the weekend. And, you know, I feel real comfortable fishing this lake. Grand Lake is just phenomenal. I mean, I've fished here enough times over the years. You know, last time we were here, I was able to win. Other times I haven't done as well, but I've always had a good feel for this lake, and it's got a big population of big fish. Today I didn't get that many, you know, those bigger bites, but, you know, they're out there. And somebody's going to bust a lot bigger stringer than 20 pounds before it's over.
How many people think KVD is going to pull off number 5 this week? Happy birthday to Jackson and Nicholas, and congratulations, KVD. What a way to start the 43rd Bassmaster Classic.